Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at two-way tables. Two-way tables are just a table that separates data that are grouped based on two different categories. So if we look a little bit closer at this table that we see here, some things that we can see in this table is, first of all, our first category is the school activities. So students are grouped based on band, chorus, chess club, and so on. The second category is gender, so students are separated by male and female, okay? And over here in this gray column, these are the totals for all of our items in category 1. So we have the total number of students in band. Down here, this is our category total for our gender. This is our total number of males, total number of females. And this bottom number is the total out of everyone. So we're going to be using these tables to kind of go over some data here. So things that we should be able to look at this table and find. So first of all, on that previous slide, it'd be helpful if you wrote down each of those numbers. So if we look at that table, we can find the number of girls that are in the band. Okay, so if we look at the band column and we look at the females where they overlap, there are 21 girls who are in the band. We can see that in the table. Next question, how many boys were surveyed? That's going to be the total of all of the boys, and that is 78, okay? How many people are in chess club? So that's a horizontal row. That's going to be the third row down. There are 19 people in chess club. That's the boys and the girls. How many boys are in chorus? So we're going to look at the chorus column and only the boys. So that's going to be 15. Okay, so we should be able to analyze the table this way. We should also be able to create two-way tables based on information that we're given. So here it says, Philippe surveyed students at his school. He found that 78 students own a cell phone. Okay, so right here, 78 students own a cell phone. So that's all of the students who own a cell phone. So that's the total that's going to go right here. Okay. Next thing we know is that of those students who own, of those students, or 57 of those students own an MP3 player. So 57 of those students who own a cell phone also own an MP3 player. And the next thing, it says there are 13 students that do not own a cell phone, but own an MP3 player. Okay, so these students own an MP3 player, but these students do not have a cell phone. So that would be 13 would go right there. Okay, and then the last thing, it says 9 students do not own either device. Okay, so this would be the students who own neither. Okay, so we have 9 students that are going to go there. Okay, so now we're actually able to fill in the rest of this table. All right, this spot right here, the number of students who do not own an MP3 player, but they do own a cell phone, we're going to do 78 minus 57, and that is going to be 21. And we can actually fill in these totals, okay? So if I add these students together, I have 70 students. If I add these students together, there are 30. Okay, if we add these students together, you've got 22 of them. And then our total, I could either add horizontally 70 plus 30 or 78 plus 22. There are 100 total students. Okay, here's another example. So it says there are 150 children at summer camp. Okay, so that's our total out of everyone, 150. Next number, it says 71 signed up for swimming. Okay, So that's a total number of students who signed up for swimming, and that is 71. And it says there are a total of 62 children that signed up for canoeing. Okay, a total of 62 students for canoeing. That's going to go here. And then 28 of them also signed up for swimming. So that 28 is going to go right here on the inside. Okay, so now we're actually able to fill in the rest of these numbers. So for the non-swimmers who actually did canoeing, we're going to do 62 minus 28. That's going to be 34. There's 34 students here. Okay. For this one, we're going to do 71 minus 28. That's going to be 43. Okay. And then the next thing we actually need to find is the total students who did not canoe and the total of students who did not swim. So there we do 150 minus 62, and that's going to be 88 students. Okay. And then right here, we would do 150 minus 71. That is going to be 79. And then we're able to fill in this last one. I could either do 79 minus 34 or 88 minus 43. Either of those are going to give me 45 to go right there. Okay, so that's another thing you should be able to do. You should be able to take a question like this and fill in this table. So next, we're actually going to find probabilities from a two-way table. So we're actually going to use that two-way table that we just created. And if we want to find the probability that a randomly chosen student does not own a cell phone, okay, so we're going to look at that first table that we created, and we're going to take the number of students who do not own a cell phone. So we have 22 students do not own a cell phone. So that would be 22 over, there's a total of 100 students. That's a probability that a student does not own a cell phone. Okay, I can reduce this. That's actually going to be 11 over 50. That would be my simplified fraction. I could also write this as 0.22 as a decimal. Next question, what is the probability the randomly chosen student signed up for canoeing? Okay, so in that second table, it says that 62 students signed up for canoeing, and there are 150 total students, okay? And we can simplify this. If I divide both of those things by 2, I get 31 over 75, okay? We can also put this as a decimal. 31 over 75 is going to be 0.4133. Okay, next question. What is the probability that a randomly chosen student is signed up for canoeing and swimming? So we want to find the students that are doing canoeing and swimming. There are 28 of those out of the 150, okay? I can simplify this. That's going to be 14 over 75, okay? And then simplified fraction, or that's my simplified fraction, 14 over 75 as a decimal is going to be 0.1867. Okay, last question. What is the probability that a randomly chosen student owns a cell phone but not an MP3 player? Okay, so I want the students who own a cell phone but do not own an MP3 player. So that would be 21 out of 100. And that's simplified fraction there. It's just 0.21 as a decimal. We're also going to do conditional probabilities. Okay, so conditional frequencies are not found out of the total. They are found from the total of a specific category. For example, the females, how many of them are in the band? So of the females, if I only look at the females, how many of the females are in the band? There are 21. So 21 out of the 57 females are in the band. So conditional frequency. So if we look back at that table on the previous slide, what is the probability that of the people who signed up for swimming, they also signed up for canoeing? Okay, so this means that we are only looking at the people who signed up for swimming. Okay, so of those people who signed up for swimming, how many of them signed up for canoeing? That would be 28 over 71. Okay, let's just leave that as a fraction. Next one, of the people who don't own a cell phone. All right, so the people who don't own a cell phone, how many of them are there? There's 22 of them. Okay, what's the probability they have an MP3 player? 13 of them have an MP3 player. Okay, if you signed up for canoeing, so we're only looking at the people who signed up for canoeing. There's 62 of them. What's the probability that you did not sign up for swimming? So 34 of them did not sign up for swimming. I can simplify that. That would be 17 over 31. And the last one, what's the probability that a person does not own an MP3 player given they do not have a cell phone? So here we're looking at the people who do not have a cell phone. So that would be 22. Probability they do not have an MP3 player would be 9 over 22. And one more thing that we will do with two-way tables is we'll find joint and marginal relative frequencies. Okay, so here it says each cell on the table is represented as a percentage of the total. For example, 12 males out of 135 students are in the band, so that gives us 8.9%. So joint frequencies are in the category rows and columns. Marginal frequencies are the category totals, okay? So in this, basically we're finding the probability of each of these events. In here, these white numbers, these are our joint relative frequencies, okay? So these are joint because this person is in band and they are a male. This person's band and they are female. There's two things that we know about these people, okay? These marginal frequencies, we only know one person. This person's in the band, this person's in chorus, this person's in chess, and so on. This person's a female, this person's a male, okay? So these are joint relative frequencies, and these are marginal frequencies. And think about a paper, a margin is gonna be on the edge, okay? So please go check out the assignment on Canvas for today and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.